Good morning, Real Life Youth. It's Gemma here, and we're looking at the next part of our series, The Stories Jesus Told. Today's story is the parable of the talents. So the first thing you need to do is watch the video of Johnny reading the parable. Now, the parable of the talents is all about a rich man who leaves 3 of his servants in charge of his money while he goes away. And he gives each servant a different amount to look after. So to one servant, he gives 5 talents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the second servant, he gives 2 talents to look after. And to his third servant, he gives 1 talent to look after. In those days, a talent was a really heavy amount of gold or silver. It was a lot of money. When the man returns from his trip, he is really pleased with the first 2 servants because they have used well what he gave them. The servant who he'd given 5 bags to, he had managed to make 5 more. And the servant that he'd given 2 bags to had managed to make 2 more. The rich man in the story is like Jesus, and the first 2 servants are like people who follow Jesus and are faithful. That means they keep on making good choices and living for Jesus. The third servant didn't use what he had been given very well. When the rich man was away, he just carried on living for himself. He didn't take responsibility for what he'd been given. And when the rich man returns, he's angry with the third servant. The third servant is like people who don't believe in Jesus and are disobedient. That means they make bad choices and don't follow him. The Bible tells us that one day Jesus is going to return, and this story teaches us that we need to keep following him and making good decisions for him until he does. Jesus celebrates when we make good choices and follow him. So, Real Life Youth, your challenge for this week is to use the gifts and talents that God has given you. I know that some of you are really good at creative things like drawing, painting, sketching, doodling. Some of you are really gifted at baking and cooking. Some of you are really gifted at sport and you love football or BMXing. Some of you are good at music. Some of you are really good at writing and using words to encourage other people. Whatever it is that God has gifted you with, use it this week. Enjoy using your talents and use them to glorify God. Thanks for listening. We will see you on Friday. Bye bye.